What's up, weirdos, and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button. And today we are continuing our Scream series with reviewing or maybe roasting Scream 3. This movie came out in the year 2000 and was supposed to be the end of the Scream trilogy. First of all, let's talk about what worked against any chance of this being a good movie. First of all, they had to bring in another writer. So Kevin Williamson submitted outlines for Scream 2 and 3 when he originally pitched the first Scream. So an outline did exist. But Kevin was busy with other projects, and so they had to bring on Aaron Kruger. Yep, Kruger. But yeah, he had to finish the script and basically disregarded Williamson's entire outline and any notes he gave him. Rude. This movie ended up centering around the making of another stab movie, and so it took place in Hollywood, and I hated that. The second reason, bad timing. Production for Scream 3 was supposed to start just a month or two after the Columbine shooting. This was a horrific school shooting that happened in 1999, so violence amongst teens was huge in the media at the time. Basically, they wanted to be sensitive to what was going on in our culture, and I respect that. But because they pulled back on the kills and got rid of the teenagers, they ended up with a pretty bland movie, and thus they added a bunch of super random choices trying to make up for it. Random choice number 1, the voice changer. I'm sorry, excuse me, what? This makes no sense. So they have a voice changer that can basically replicate anyone's voice ever, which first of all just doesn't exist. I'm sorry, is this a sci-fi movie? I don't think so. Okay, calm down. But it was really annoying because they used it to explain a lot of really other dumb choices, and it sort of bummed me out. Random choice number 2, Nightmare Ghost Mommy. First of all, she looks terrible, and second of all, she's not scary at all. We've never seen anything like this in the franchise previously, and not in a good way. We get it, this one's around the mom. We get it. Random choice number 3, Mysterious Half-Brother. I'm sorry, is this Halloween H2O? I don't think so. I'm not okay with this killer choice because it's really dumb. I know they had a lot of script leak problems, so they had 3 different endings planned, and blah, blah, blah. One of the endings I found on the internet, who knows if it's true, is that Stu actually came back because we never really saw him die in the first Scream, we just saw him dying. And so in Scream 3, he would come back to be the killer. This would have been awesome. Oh my god, I would have loved it. I would have freaked out, but unfortunately, stupid half-brother. Now, in terms of the rules of the last film in the trilogy, let's go back to Randy, who they did kill off in the last movie, but they have this weird video message they just sort of uncovered. Let's read them. Number 1, the killer must be superhuman. Mere stabbing or shooting will not be enough to kill this killer. Number 2, anyone can die, including the main character. That means you, Sydney. And number 3, the past will come back to haunt someone. Get it? Ghost Mommy. Blah. We get it. They even tried to bring in some famous people to make the fact that it's set in Hollywood a little less annoying. They bring in Carrie Fisher, they bring in Jay and Silent Bob, but unfortunately this movie's so bad, I just didn't care. Sidney Prescott is like barely in this movie, and all the Hollywood actors are super duper annoying. And I'm always personally more interested in horror movies that take place in a small town somewhere where nothing ever happens. Putting it in Hollywood just kind of ruined the fact that it's supposed to be commenting on classic slashers. How many classic slashers take place in a big city? Not that many. Now let's go ahead and get to the ratings. For the scare, I give it a 2 because at no point was I ever scared, but there is stabbing, so I feel like I can't give it a 1. The gore in this movie gets a 3, but not in a good way. The kills are so boring. There's nothing new or exciting about them. The cheese gets a 4, and not in a good way. It's really just for bad writing. And overall, you get a 2. Boo, you suck. Sorry. And now for a very short list of favorites. Really, I'm just doing my favorite kill, and that is Tyson. So basically, the killer stabs him, pulls a rug literally out from under him, he does a backflip, he gets smashed into this glass thing, and then he gets thrown off a balcony. And I'm like, maybe none of that was super creative, but it was sort of fun to watch. And now for my least favorite moment, which is basically the last one, when Sydney just leaves her door open to say, oh, I'm not scared anymore. And I'm like, no, I don't care how dead people are. That's not safe, girl. Keep your doors locked. And that's it, y'all. The worst Scream movie. Maybe I was a little harsh on it, but it's just because I care about this franchise so much, and I just think they could have really done something awesome with this one. But thankfully, we have Scream 4 to look forward to, which I will get into in my next video. Have a nice Scream. Bye. It's really crazy how many times I say Scream. Okay.